Big lead for De La Cruz. He takes off, pitch swing and a miss, throw down, it's wide. He stayed on the bag. It's a career high 4 steals for 4-4.
Oh, the Bombers are red hot right now. But before I get to them, I gotta go around the league here. Kenny C to break it all down for you. Gonna give you my best Florida Georgia line. Baby, you a song and you make me wanna roll my windows down. And Elly De La Cruz, this guy, the shortstop for the Cincinnati Reds, the speedster, went off last night against the Dodgers. 4 stolen bases for De La Cruz, putting him at 30 stolen bases. He is just the 6th player in MLB history to steal 30 bases through the first 44 games of the season, and the first since Kenny Lofton did it for the then Cleveland Indians back in '96. This man is electric. He had 35 stolen bases in his rookie year last year, all of last year. He's got 30 already. That's more than 8 MLB teams. Elly De La Cruz, could he someday surpass Ricky Henderson? I don't know. It's a tall task. The all-time leader in steals, Henderson, had 1,406 when it was all said and done, and he stole his first base in 1979 at the age of 21. Elly De La Cruz is 22, but he's on a good pace. I love it. Absolutely love this kid. And moving on here to the other team in the other borough of New York, in Queens, the New York Mets were able to steal one from their 4-game set against the Phillies last night in some extras magic. But before they went to extras, it was the 8th inning where Harrison Bader hit a ribby single to tie the game, and then Pete Alonso scores on a wild pitch from Jeff Hoffman. Then comes the 9th, Edwin Diaz blows the save, lets the Phillies tie it, but in the top of the 11th, it was JD Martinez hitting a ribby single to take the lead, and then scoring an insurance run off another wild pitch from Alvarado. The Mets then had a 6-4 lead going to the bottom of the 11th, where Jake Dykman allows 1 run, but ultimately shuts it down, and the Mets get a thrilling 6-5 win in extras. They're 10 games back from first place in the NL East, so they've got some work to do. And Edwin Diaz, he seemed to have lost his stuff after missing all of last year. After we saw in the World Baseball Classic, that was just rough to see him go down after celebrating. I think it was, a torn ACL? Mets fans, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's got to get his stuff back for the Mets because they desperately need him. And now to the Bronx Bombers. The Yankees are 30-15 on the season, 15 games above 500. I don't think they did that all of last year at any point. So the Bronx Bombers bats have finally awakened. The pitching looks superb. The Yankees are 15 games above 500, first team in the American League to 30 wins, and they don't even have Garrett Cole. Outstanding showings from Clark Schmidt, Marcus Stroman, and Carlos Rodon in this series against the Twins. They sweep the Twins. Going to the series, the Twins were 8-3 in their last 11. They're one of the best teams in the American League, and the Yankees took it to them with superb pitching and outstanding hitting as well. Let's get into it here first with Clark Schmidt winning last night, getting the win. His best career start. 8 innings he went. 8 innings, scoreless, giving up just 3 hits and tossing 8 strikeouts. Love what I'm seeing from Clark Schmidt. He was stellar on the mound in the first game against the Rays the series before. In game 1 of that series, I think he went 6 2/3. He was outstanding, and Stroman was great in game 2 against the Twins. And let's move on here to the bats. Let's give some love to a guy who has not had any love, from myself included. Haven't vocalized it on here, but I've been saying it for the whole year in unison with Yankee fans. Gleyber Torres. He was god-awful going into this series. I believe he was batting, he had like a 205 average, but he turned it up. In his last 4, Gleyber has a 357 average with 1 dinger and 4 ribbies. So he's heated up. We needed our second baseman to heat up. A lot of Yankee fans were talking about trading him. A lot of hate for him. Now, he's nowhere near that Gary Sanchez echelon. He's far from that. But Gleyber certainly needed to wake up, so I'm glad to see that his bat is now moving. He's got a 223 average as of right now. And Aaron Judge the captain, El Capitan. That was reserved for Jeter, courtesy of John Sterling. Come on now. John Sterling, El Capitan. Judge, the new El Capitan, is absolutely raking since April 22nd. In 23 games, he's got a .341 average with 8 dingers and 18 RBIs with an OPS of 1.221. Even when he's getting out, no out is an easy out. These are hard hit outs for Aaron Judge, and he absolutely hit a moonshot in this series against the Twins. I think it was game 2. What was it, like a 460 plus foot shot? Love it. Aaron Judge needed to heat up. We needed his bat. Soto is superb. And I'll move on to that next point to wrap this thing up for you guys. With Juan Soto, Hal Steinbrenner came out yesterday speaking to the media saying that he wants Soto to pretty much be a Yankee for life. He's open to talking with Scott Boras this season, although neither of those gentlemen like to discuss business during the middle of the season. But that's a great sign because it shows that Hal wants Soto in New York for the rest of his career, which we all want. I'd throw $1 billion at Juan Soto. Absolutely love what he's done this year for the Yanks, and he's certainly electrified their lineup. Without Soto, there was a stretch of time where without Soto, the Yanks would not be in any baseball games because their bats were bone dry at one point. They were in a lull period, but it's also great to see Anthony Volpe hitting again. Hopefully we could see DJ LeMahieu return. And Garrett Cole, if we throw him in the pitching mix again, this Yankees team is scary. One of the best bullpens. I think they got the second best bullpen average in the league. Don't quote me on that. The last time I checked, they did. So the bullpen is outstanding. The starting pitching is looking great. You get Cole back in the mix. This Yankees team, right now, they should be on pace for around a 95-win season. So let's go Bombers. Let's keep the momentum. Drop your comments in the comment section below and be sure to subscribe.